Hello beautiful people, thanks for joining me on this colour along. You know, I've been working pretty hard this year and I've put out some books, and I just released Hide and Seek, which is my latest book for 2024, coming into Christmas. And I thought, you know, I've been working pretty hard, I'm going to treat myself as I roll into Christmas, and I'm going to start colouring things that I want to colour that I've been meaning to colour but I haven't coloured yet. I think you know all what that means, because I'm sure you've all got stuff you'd really want to cover but you just don't have time to do it. So I'm going to ease off a little on the illustration stuff, and I'm going to start treating myself to some colouring. And I'm going to start with Pirates, which was the second book I ever drew. It's still one of my favourites. I'm really fond of it. And I just love the combination of the poetry on each page with the illustration. And that even begins on this book belongs to page with my little Zen Pirate. And the poem says, "If pirates lived a life of kindness, maybe they would find that not all problems call for violence, and love is never blind." So with that little piece of poetry to inspire us, I'm just going to hook straight in. Now I have put a sheet of acetate under the page and a piece of paper to absorb, because I'm going to use markers. And I'm going to start with more water and make it turquoise blue. I'm going to start with markers, let's just say that. Now while I've got this out, I'm going to do the blue. It looks like water splashes down here too, doesn't it? Alright, I've got another blue now. This is fresh blue. I don't think I want to use fresh. I want to use ice blue. If I could find it, I would use it. I found it. I'm just going to pick out every secondary line to be a darker shade of blue. So it's just a subtle difference, but I think it makes the waves, or whatever, this little whirlpool of water, this lotus leaf of water, gives it a little bit more of a subtle texture. Also, it's quite soothing colouring in between the lines. Pirates are fun to draw, but I think if you actually met one in real life, it wouldn't be so much fun. Alright, everybody, happy with my blue waves for my Zen Pirate? Now, I think he needs to be having a black jacket, so I'm going to use my cool grey 082 to give him a nice Well, not a jacket, it's a vest, isn't it? A pirate vest. I'm tempted to make the pockets a different colour. Maybe a nice vibrant red. And while I've got my O3, I'm going to look at that hat. It's going to have a matching hat to his vest. I could have made that like a lovely navy blue or something, couldn't I? I'll stick with my initial black hat. You'll notice on this pirate that he doesn't have a skull on his hat. He's got a smiley face. He's a more aware pirate than your usual sort of pirate. Alright, I need a pastel peach. Where's my pastel peach? I'm going to give him some, excuse me, some pink skin tones. I always thought pirates wore eye patches because they had hooked out their eyes. You know, a lot of them have hooks for hands. I thought the eye patches were because of like battle injuries. They've lost an eye. But it turns out they use that eye to navigate through their sextants at night. So they had to keep that eye unaffected by the light, which is why they did that. So I think that's something like that anyway. Sort of fun fact for free from Russ. All right, I've got brown grey here, and I'm just looking at his hair thinking, tempted to make him a grey pirate. Not really black, but if I just use this, he'll be a younger pirate. So it's fun to be colouring with the pressure off and just having fun. And going back through all my books and looking at stuff that I thought, you know, I should colour that, that would be great. And I never got around to colouring, so starting with pirates. Who knows where I'll end up. I may even throw some Christmas yellows in there, seeing as we're heading into Christmas. All right, I'm putting a lovely yellow band and beak on that seagull. And I'm going to make that smiley face yellow too. While I've got my yellow out, let's do some brass buckles and buttons. Or are they gold? How rich is this pirate? How hard has he been working? I'll give him a knee patch, which is yellow as well. Maybe a little red heart on his cheek. Should be a teardrop, but it's a heart. Because he's not using violence, he's using love and kindness. He's experimenting with a new way. I'm giving red pockets just because I love this red. I'm going to bring this grey back in, this cool grey 082, and fill his eye patch. Now, what colour do you think we do for his shirt? I think I've got a warm grey here. I'm not going to do his shirt with that. I'm going to do his pants, his trousers. Sort of that moleskin vibe. Which leaves us with his shirt. I don't know, what colour does a Zen Pirate wear in his shirt. Got like a yellowy green, pink. Tempted to do pink on him, or a pink, salmon pinky, like a orangey pink. About a violet. I'm going to commit to violet. Couldn't decide between blue or pink, so I'm going with violet. I'll meet in the middle. Alright, what I want to find now is a warm grey, a really light warm grey, the lightest I've got. I'm going to just throw some, or draw in some shadowy parts on this little seagull. I'm going to bring some more of this dark. I used pale blue violet light before. This is the dark violet light, just to bring some shadows in. Usually I like to blend, but I thought today I'd just go straight and do fun coloured shadows on different parts. Maybe I add some of that violet into this hat just to give it a different sort of vibe to that straight grey. Just do it, see if it makes a difference. Sort of makes a difference. Now this is even darker warm grey 170. I'm just going to do the same thing to his trousers. Maybe give him a little belt. Well, I'm going to bring my salmon pink in, not for his shirt, but for the shadow on his pink skin. I'm going to put some in his ears, and then how do we do this, do you think? Give him some shadows under his eyes and under his nose. Oh, I've got a white ink pen, but before I use my white ink pen, I'm going to just grab a little bit of peachy, pinky colour and give him some soft cheeks. Maybe throw a little bit of shadow up his side of his nose. I always think it just brings a little bit more life to the illustration if you can have a few little highlights. And I said I was going to not do a grey beard for this pirate, but I'm going to throw some grey into his beard by just putting these white texture dots. Salt and pepper, that's what it's called, isn't it? of his nose, maybe top of his eyelid. Certainly the top of his ears. Well, maybe they should be red from sunburn. How long has he been out in the sun with his spinning seagulls? Great fun. All that's needed now is to bring this coral haze, which I used for the red on his outfit, and bring that down the bottom here. Oh, a little starfish, which I left to last because it's very cute. And there it is, first of my stress-free, colour your own illustration roll into Christmas for 2024. And this one was from Pirates. Well, I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoying colouring these for you guys. I've been so focused for years on just illustrating them, so it's fun to actually be starting to do my own colouring. I know a lot of you guys out there are very clever when it comes to colouring, and I'm inspired when I see all of your work. So keep it up, and let me know what you'd like to see coloured as I roll into Christmas, especially because I'm looking for things to colour, things that I think are fun rather than things that I think are sensible, if you know what I mean. Really appreciate all of you watching, and I am going to say farewell and see you in another video. Bye guys.